Iranian restaurants in America are almost always terrible or okay at best. And before you hate in the comments, just give me a moment to explain myself, and maybe you can agree. Iranian food requires a lot of time, a lot of preparation. It takes a while to cook. It's a very labor intensive food. So it doesn't suit itself to a la carte menus that you find in Italian and French cuisine, where one restaurant will have everything from desserts and salads and primaries and secondaries, etc. Iranian restaurants in Iran specialize. So we have one that serves only soup, one that serves stews, kebabs, kalle pache, abgush, dessert, etc. Such that if you ask an Iranian, what's your favorite restaurant, they will tell you for kebabs here, for kalle pache here, etc. They'll have many. Now, when you come to America, excepting places like Los Angeles or in Canada, Toronto, you won't find enough Iranians to generate the demand where you could have this niche specialization. So all credit to Toronto. I've been there. They have it. You can go to kalle pache, you can go to dizi sara, kababi, etc. Good for them. But here in America, Iranians are few and far between, and they're not nearly as concentrated as up north. So what ends up happening is every city tends to have one or two, at best, Iranian restaurants. And instead of focusing on just that one thing, they're forced to serve many types of things because different people want different things, or Americans want to try everything. So it's very hard to justify having just a kababi. What ends up happening is they don't sell the dizi or the kalle pache. So there's no abgush, no kalle pache. And what they do is they bring a few khoresh, but not as good as a real khoresh restaurant in Iran, and definitely not as good as what mom and grandma make. And they bring a few kebabs, but not as good as what we're used to in Iran. And probably you can find better kebabs even in maybe a nearby Arab or Turkish restaurant. And they have a few desserts, but the ice cream tastes like it's stale. It's been sitting in the freezer forever, and it's like $10 for one scoop because it has saffron. And the tea is a tea bag tea. It's not really brewed properly, and the ash is uninspired. And what ends up happening is they try to be a jack of all trades, but they're a master of none. And every time you bite into a food item, you're just mentally comparing it to what your mother makes or what exists in Iran or what you've tried elsewhere, and you just think, this is not that good. It's not worth my effort. I have seen good Iranian restaurants, again, Toronto I mentioned, but also in Istanbul and the Persian Gulf countries in Europe. Wherever there are millions of Iranians, hundreds of thousands concentrated, you find this specialization, this competition, this diversification, and that real taste of Iran. But here in America, you don't really find it, unfortunately. And that's why when people ask me, what's your favorite Iranian restaurant? My answer is, here in New York City, I don't have one. I just haven't seen that type of Iranian restaurant, that authentic Iran experience here. They have this weird, mutilated, a la carte-ified Iranian cuisine where they try to do everything and they end up doing nothing. I'm happy to be proven wrong. If anyone wants to take me to an Iranian restaurant here, I'm happy to try and be wrong. But that's my view based on my limited experience. Let me